This conference will now be recorded.
Sexy.
Sexy.
All right.
So
I am ready.
it's 5 o'clock on a Saturday as the usual crowd shuffles in. Please describe how your usual life works as a droid in this situation. Are you tending the bar? Are you stuck in the back room? What are you doing?
So I'm TO1T is typically out back stocking the back room. Occasionally he'll have to come up to the front and just stock the areas around the bar, like above where you're grabbing the bottles and stuff from the back, the shelves from the back of the bar. Occasionally having to stock that stuff. A lot of times just being told what to do by the bartender, just like, hey, go over here and do this. I'm kind of meandering in life ever since my original owner passed away. Original programmer, I guess, passed away. So.
Well, your current owner has told you that in addition to your usual duties, you should probably be on the lookout for, or not on the lookout for anything in particular, but just to sort of have an extra eye on any troublemakers that would want to cause trouble, because there's a bounty hunter convention on the planet right now, and you don't want anybody causing any property damage in this cantina. And so
being that bodyguard was my primary programming, that should be, I feel like I would be a good fit for this position.
So this is exactly why he bought you. This is why he getting you to work here. What does your security rounds typically look like?
Very minimal, because I don't feel like I've been seeing very much action since, I haven't really left this. I've been plugged in the back whenever I need to recharge, and outside of that, occasionally I'll have to throw a few ruffians outside of the cantina, but feel fairly underutilized as far as what I can do. So
I have two questions for you. What is the name of this cantina, and how do they do their advertising to get people to get butts in seats?
The name of the cantina, what planet is it on? Am I telling you that?
Yes. I mean, planet is helpful too, but it'd be good to have like a name for the establishment.
Well, I guess we should say that it's probably in the same one that we're establishing the other one. So the planet that it's going to be on is Savarine, and the name of the cantina is Sevs.
Sevs.
Yep.
Is it a major thoroughfare?
SEVs Cantina, huh?
SEVs.
SEV, sorry, SEV.
Is it on a major thoroughfare? Is it on a major thoroughfare in a city? You can like tack a poster.
It's in a spaceport, but it's not a major thoroughfare, and it's not really a big city either. It's just the cantina that's in a spaceport, and the locale for it is like, it's sort of on the water's edge, so you can sort of on the water's edge, because Savarine is basically half roaring oceans and half desert.
What's the usual clientele look like?
People just flying through usually. People will stop and whatever it is, they stop and recharge, refuel on the ship, and stop in for a drink while they're refueling. We're kind of on the edge of the outer rim, or like the inside edge of the outer rim. So if anyone is going further out in the outer rim, then they'll stop here to fuel up and go outside. Now here, the other thing, and it's also a fairly major, or is located right off of a fairly major hyperspace belt. So we're mostly just people flying through.
Yeah, the usual hive of scum and villainy.
And we're within kind of spitting distance of Tatooine, so we'll typically get all the ruffians, all the people that don't want to deal with Mos Eisley Cantina as a major spaceport will stop here instead, even though we have a lot less going on, which is why people would avoid it and why people would choose to come here.
Right. What does your security detail or keeping the place quiet look like?
A lot of times, as I said, it's ends up being throwing out some of the ruffians. We don't get a ton of people here, but when people start drinking, you just never know what kind of action they'll get into. And occasionally there is an Empire presence in the spaceport, and I don't really know why it is that they're here, but there's an Empire presence here, and they have the one end of the spaceport blockaded, so you can't just go out exploring the sands. So I'm not sure what's going on out there, and they are kind of just walking around checking people, making sure that whatever it is, everything seems to be in order. But typically, I'm also guarding I'll patrol the spaceport a little bit, just to walk around, and not for any reason typically, or really, but I also.
You're guarding the outside or the inside?
Of the spaceport?
Of the cantina.
I'm guarding the inside of the cantina, and I'll occasionally meander around the spaceport because that's really the only thing around. And right. The owner of the bar has a ship out there that I'll just occasionally go in and check on, make sure no one's messing with it or whatever it is. So I've also programmed a few droid guards to keep watch of that. So I actually have a few minions myself that I programmed to guard his ship. So
your orders for the night, though, were to keep the peace inside the doors and to not work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically just exactly. Guard the cantina, and it's really just guarding the owner's property.
Cool.
Is really what it ends up being.
Sitting in the corner and watching, or?
Yeah, usually I'm just sitting there. When I'm not stocking, I'm just leaning against the wall in low power mode, because I'm not required my services really aren't required all that much. There's not that much people drinking, not that many people drinking, so there's not a whole lot of stocking to do, and then there's not a whole lot of guarding to do to that end either. So
what would you be doing if the clientele started to swell to its happy hour size and then start getting a little bit above your normal average?
If that's the case, then usually I'll end up, obviously I'll be full alert at that point. I'll full power, and then usually I'll move more towards the door, watching who's coming in and going out. And then because of my height, I am all times crouching to some degree,
right.
Just because the ceilings are a little bit low. Yeah, but also there's very few other clientele that are coming in that are taller than I am, so I can kind of survey the entire area as when I'm standing by the door and making sure people coming in and going out have paid and look like they're going to pay.
So I'm going to make your first roll here. I'm going to do a perception.
All right. Oof. For perception?
Mm-hmm. I should probably look at my own character sheet so I know what the difference is.
What is my mod on this? So I rolled a 3, which is scary.
Are you rolling a D20?
Huh?
You're rolling a D20?
Yeah.
Damn, son.
No, that's no good. The droid sleeping on the job.
Is your charger cable actually plugged in?
My charger cable? Oh yeah. Maybe not.
So what is it after your mod?
My whiz mod?
Yeah.
5.
So you're kind of overwhelmed a little bit with all the steady stream of bodies coming in the door. You don't really see much.
Mm-hmm.
But that low of a roll, you're just kind of just walking around, just looking. With not much avail. So your first hour goes by pretty uneventfully. Nothing you see seems to happen. Make me another perception check.
I have a question real quick, not to interrupt this, but so I'm trained in perception, so my check mod is 5 because I'm trained, or 7 because I'm trained in that, but I'm not sure where that number comes into play.
Oh,
And when
so
I,
actually, you add 7 to your roll on the dice, which is 3, so it's actually 10.
so then what, okay, so 10, and then it's plus my mod? Oh, then it is plus my mod. I already see that. So that is
Your
plus
mod
my
is
mod. So okay, so it's 10.
you added to the 3 what you rolled on the
Okay,
dice.
yep.
Get the result.
I'm sorry. Yeah, then yeah, with my mod, then it's 10. With my skills mod, it's 10 for perception.
This is exactly what the people listening need to hear.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the different skills I can use. So even with a 10, that's slightly better, but not by much. You get the get the general profiling of the different races that are sort of filing in. You see like one Gamorrean, couple Wookiees sitting in a corner booth, sharing an ale. Your typical Twi'lek, your Twi'lek bartenders serving drinks. There got lots of humans in here now.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing, not a lot of trouble so far.
Okay.
Maybe another perception.
Oops.
They get into the second hour.
26.
Damn.
Sorry, math totally wrong. 23.
Oh, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't want to be racist about this because you don't want to like socially profile these people here, but you've got
Droids would be racist because they would, I mean, it wouldn't be racist though, because it would be going by statistics. Everything would be statistical. So, but like,
well,
if something is statistically more probable, then they would make an assumption based upon that.
well, you've got people are really getting into their cups right about now. There is a blonde-haired human at one table wearing a silk kimono. He's getting into it. He's telling this grand old story of his swashbuckling ways across the galaxy. And we've got just another guy just face down in the bar, his hand on a cup. You think you hear snores, but he might just be muttering to himself. Is there like a sort of a sense motive kind of skill that you could use to like sense emotions?
I have gather information.
Roll me one of those.
All right. Oops. Oh God, that is bad. 7.
7 after all your modifiers.
Yep.
You think that this human who's in in that kimono over there he's pretty well engaged with as long as he's telling a story, probably won't start much trouble. But you think that the people to watch for are the truly drunk ones.
Okay.
You know, the more booze-alcohol they drink, the more likely they are to start something.
I would like to, and if I can, I would like to go over to the guy that's fallen asleep at the bar and see if I can dismiss him from the cantina.
So tell me how you do this.
I'd like to just walk over to him and like pick him up like a little baby and set him outside, like set him towards the back of the cantina so it wouldn't disturb people coming in.
Cool. Well, when you
I'm not trying to be violent about it or anything. I just don't want him to be, I don't want him to scare away some other customers that could be, especially if we're pretty busy right now, other customers that could be sitting at the bar. And I feel like I've kind of gotten the nod from the bartender, and he's clearly already been overserved and gotten all the money we can get out of him.
Yeah, so roll me a reflex. So actually I can describe what you're doing here is you're like, you pick him up, you sort of like shift him in your arms. It's like, oh, what is it? Oh, behind you. And what is that, the reflex thing? Like if I roll an attack on you, what does it check against? Your reflex modifier?
Yes, it'll check against my reflex defense.
Your reflex defense. Is that like a number that ends up?
18.
Cool. So, that's going to be exactly 18.
Okay, so it's gonna hit me. How much damage are you gonna do? You're just trying to hit me. You're just hitting me with your fists.
Well, what happens here? He had something in his pocket that he whips out a stun baton and he swings it in an arc and tries to hit you on the side of the head. And with that 18, it's going to hit. So it's going to do just base 1d6 of damage, and then you're going to get a stun thing. So just your damage right now is going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
And then we decided if it's a 2d6 damage, I just roll 2 and take the higher number. Yes.
Yes.
Now, what's your
And I actually think it would be a 3d6.
I wrote this down before I
Okay. You have
I
the
got all the
equipment.
stats before, so
Okay.
it is a 2d6 stun for a stun
Okay.
baton. So I think the stun baton gives you if you hit with it, it gives you like a stun condition.
Okay.
What does it do that you know about the stun condition?
I don't know anything about the stun condition. This would be something I would have linked that we'll need to go in and look at.
How
But I
I
can pull it real quick and just see.
do you have like a will or a fortitude defense?
Fortitude defense. 13.
Is that like a number? Would I have to roll another d20 to get over that? Do you think?
In order to stun me, that makes sense.
So I guess I have to roll again. So that with the stun baton damage, I rolled a 5 and a 1. So
you would take 5 as damage. Yeah.
Yes.
I would take 5 HP damage.
In addition to that 2 I rolled earlier too, so that's 7 total. And then here comes the whether or not I stun you. Oh,
Actually, droids can't be stunned.
So I think he expected somebody more organic to pick him up.
Yeah.
So he does the damage. I mean, he rolled a 5, so it wouldn't have worked anyway.
Yeah.
You're like, go do it, go darn it! And he, I don't know, crazy old prospector. But there is a man who sits up at the other end of the bar from where this was sitting, and he pulls out a blaster. I want you to roll initiative.
All right.
Do
11. Man, I'm getting crap rolls now, and we are all really lucky with the abilities that I rolled on this. When I did character creation, because that could have been way more painful.
All right. You are. I'm not going to tell you who. Here, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to tell you here. So, roll me perception.
Ooh, there we go. 22.
Cool. You see the guy with the blaster, the guy in your arms, who's the guy the robber says, "All right, open the till." And the guy in your arms, it looks like he's about ready to fuck you up real good. So The guy in your arms is going to. So you typically have 3 things you can do. Is like if you can do something on like a bonus action or a swift action, like quick draw, you can bring your gun. You got a move action and a standard action. He's going to spend his movement action because he's in your arms to, you're carrying him lovingly in your arms. But he's going to stow his stun baton. He's going to take out his blaster pistol.
Okay.
And then he's going to use the standard action to point it right at your chin, and he's going to fire it off. It's against your reflex defense. So,
all right.
That's a dirty 20.
What was it?
Dirty 20, 16, and then
Oof.
plus his hit is 4, and that's going to.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
So this blaster pistol is a 3d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this is non-canon, right? If I kill your character, then
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is non-canon.
6 points of damage.
How many?
6.
6? All right.
And then you are up. He just beat you out on initiative.
All right. I am going to try and use deception to the guy in my arms and convince him that I'm going to murder him unless he gets the fuck out of the cantina.
Okay, so is that intimidation that you're trying to do?
Yeah, basically it's charisma. So yeah, it's going to be intimidation.
Roll me them bones, boyo.
Nice. This is gonna 23.
What do you tell him?
I say just that. I say, if you don't get the fuck out of this cantina right now, then I'm going to murder you, and you are not going to leave this planet alive.
Mother! He shits himself, gets out of your arms, and runs away.
All right, good deal. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
And apparently he ran right past the dude trying to rob the place. Well, honestly, there's a good chance that guy probably shot him. He saw a dude running at him with a pistol as this guy was trying to rob the place.
Well, roll me intelligence. Just straight up intelligence.
This is something I got loads of. Oh shit! I rolled a 1.
Yeah, he was probably going to shoot him right in the back as he went off.
Well, my all right, my mod on this is 5, so I only got a 6.
So
yeah.
Typically, this is probably something you should think about. But there's a 5% chance of rolling a 1 or a 20. If you roll a natural 1, something really bad happens. But if you roll a 20, you typically deal like twice as much damage. Like it's what happens in other systems anyway. But figure out what you want to do when you crit one way or another. But yeah, from just that was the check that I wanted you to roll so that you could know like what the situation was here.
Okay.
Since that was a 1.
Okay. Yeah. Since basically in my conversation or thought process, I was making assumptions about what it is since you're the one drawing the game. So that was my character trying to draw logical assumptions about what it is that's going on, basically, right?
Oh, we'll talk after. Don't worry.
Okay.
This guy was. You think this guy was definitely going to shoot this guy in the back first chance he got.
Okay.
And then your turn, and it's going to be the robber with the gun pointed at the bartender. He pulls out a sack. He's like, "Put it in the bag, honey." And the frantic Twi'lek is gonna like, okay. And he's gonna look at you. You gonna cause me trouble?
He's looking at me and asking me that?
Looking right at you.
Okay. What in the hell do I want to do here? All right, I'm gonna roll persuasion and tell him to put the gun down, and that will give him what he wants.
You can do that on your turn.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was my turn. Is this a swift action?
No, not yet, but this is good. You use some time to think about it, but
okay.
Perception, only on perception. This is like the one skill that I know here. I'm just gonna have you roll to see if you notice things. Perception, please.
If I notice things?
Yes.
Okay. 16.
Okay. you notice just before the axe comes down on you, there was somebody sneaking up on you.
Oh shit. Okay.
When you rolled that perception earlier, it was a 22. This guy rolled a 23 to not get seen by you.
Wow,
So,
that's pretty good. I just saved myself from getting muck ducked.
a 19 on the dice. But yes, because I think if he would have gotten like a better, typically you'd get a bigger bonus if you hit somebody when they're not noticing you.
Yeah.
So now that this attack, you've seen this guy, this attack is going to be slightly just a normal attack. So this is a Gamorrean who is wielding a vibro axe, and the axe is coming right down at you.
Okay.
It's his turn now. He was first in the initiative.
Okay.
So against your reflex defense, that's going to be 17.
Mine's 18, so it doesn't hit.
This goes clang, and I guess he just barely misses you and sticks it right on the table.
Okay.
Now it is your turn, if that changes what you want to do.
That may change. But to be fair, he doesn't have a gun. Yeah, I'm still gonna try and persuade the guy with the gun to, or my swift action, I'm gonna put my hand out and just put my hand on the Gamorrean's shoulder, but with my, do I need to roll anything for that?
It depends on what you're
Huh?
Depends on what you're trying to do. You're trying to
I'm
convince him
not doing anything. I'm basically just holding him. That's it. I'm putting my arm on him to display dominance.
Are you trying to hold him down?
I don't think I really need to. I just want him to feel how heavy my arm is.
That to me that sounds like a intimidation kind of thing.
It kind of is. It's kind of intimidation, yeah.
Is this because you have a high modifier to your roll on intimidation?
I actually don't have that high of a modifier, and I don't specifically have an intimidation skill. That would probably fall under charisma. I mean, should I roll for that?
You can just roll charisma, yeah. Playing fast and loose with the rules here.
Yeah, it's only a 6 with my mod.
He just
growls
back there like, "Arr!"
Yeah, he's pissed.
He's pissed.
But so that's my swift action, right? Just moving my hand and putting it on him.
Yep.
So for my action, I would like to use my persuasion and try and persuade the guy with the gun to put his gun down, and we'll give him what he wants.
That's your move or your standard?
Huh?
Is that your movement or your standard?
I'm not moving. I'm not gonna move.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna do a standard action. So I'm gonna roll for persuasion on charisma.
Do I roll something against that to see if I want to do that? Or
huh?
Do I roll something against you?
Yeah, if you'll do that, you'll roll against me. Probably.
With what?
I don't know what. Maybe intelligence. Do you have it? Does your character have? Do you have a spec sheet?
Nope.
Okay. Choose your difficulty level and choose your challenge level. I think we're probably at an 8 or 9 on the medium, or on maybe probably. It's up to you. You'll call it.
What is this? The challenge rating?
You can choose your challenge rating and then your skill level. So like, what is this character's level out of 20? And then is this an easy, medium, basically a scale of 1 to 5 on how difficult the situation is?
Oh, sweet. So level 1 hard situation.
Level 1 hard is a 26.
God damn, all right.
You don't want me to succeed, do you?
I mean, this is literally, I only said hard because this is like literally a stick up.
So think about this. Just to put it in perspective, a skill challenge or a skill level, if someone's a level 20 and it's heroic, it's a 46. So that's the bar. So then like medium level, medium difficulty is still like, or like, I guess a 3 out of 5. Moderate difficulty with a 10 skill level is a 30. So it escalates really damn quick.
So would you say that somebody sticking up a cantina is a hard or is it a medium?
It's probably a medium or moderate. It's probably a 2 or 3 out of 5. It depends what his motives are. If his motives are, I just want some fucking money, and I think this guy might, that's why I would kind of roll intelligence first. If I'm rolling intelligence, I'm like, and then I roll low, then I'm like, this guy's an idiot, because I don't know what I don't know what this guy's intelligence is. So I roll intelligence, see if this guy's a moron, do that first, and then with that knowledge, you can set. I mean, you could even use that intelligence roll as your skill challenge. And if you're like, hey, this is medium difficulty, or we're doing moderate, I think moderate makes sense for being robbed.
That was what I was just gonna say.
3 out of 5. So roll intelligence.
Like a on a D20 and then add his intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
15.
So that's still going to be 30 something, 32. So I rolled a 20.
So this was to set it down. We'll give you what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say that and he'll go, what motivation do I have to listen to you, tin head? And so that will be
because I bypassed I guess I still have my movement. I can still do my motion, right? Because I did my swift and my regular. I can still do my motion. I'm picturing myself on the other. So he's like here, entering the doorway. He's a little bit of the way in. I'm kind of on the other side of the bar. Is where I'm picturing myself.
What I'm picturing is that like the bar sticks out from a wall, and like where the bartender like makes drinks and stuff is on the other side of next to a wall of like liquor and stuff. We've got the till on the part of the place closest to the wall. And
I'm just gonna not pull out my map then because I'm gonna live in your world.
Let me just sketch this out real quick.
I was picturing it like the one that I had drawn, which has the bar in the middle, has an oval bar in the middle of an oval cantina.
Yeah, it is. Let's call it oval. I'm gonna round out the corners here.
God, that intelligence mod killed me.
Try not to see the notes that I'm taking here, but this is one.
And then bartender guy. Okay, so he is at the edge of the bar. So he's not far from me at all.
No, not at all.
Okay. Then I guess my best bet is to try and rush him. Is he within 6 spaces of me? Can I reach him in one turn? I've already taken my damn turn is the problem. So I'm gonna rush him and then it's his turn.
Right. So I'd say you can get up on him as your movement action.
I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna go in the other direction. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try and jump the bar and get behind the bar and protect the bartender for my action. Cool. I'm gonna try and get behind the bar and get in between the bartender and this guy.
So the bartender, this female Twi'lek, she's got the bag of credits like on the counter, and she's like, "Oh, don't hurt me!" And you're like standing there. You just jumped over the bar, and you're just standing up there. And now this is the guy's turn. You're making this awful difficult, ain't you, tin head? Who you calling tin head? He's going to take a blaster shot at you. So going to be a 12, so that probably won't hit you.
At a 12?
Yeah.
I'm looking at one thing real quick because I need to figure out what the difference is between the ability to resist the effects. Okay, never mind. That's the different thing. What is will? I have to compare the different defenses here because I just want to make sure I'm restrained for certain force powers. Okay. All right. No, that's gonna miss me.
Yeah. Also,
I got 8. Well, yeah, 18. I need to remove these class mods and equipment mods. Those
so then next up in the order is going to be the Gamorrean, who's got his axe in the bar. He's going to take it out. He's going to take it out and use his movement action to just circle around the bar. And so now he's in front of you, and you're in the middle, and then there's the Twi'lek bartender.
Okay.
Take a swing right at your neck. What would you say?
He's swinging at my neck?
Yeah.
Okay, his swift action, removing the thing, movement towards me, action, swinging on me.
Action, swinging on you.
All right. These assholes.
That's a 19.
Ah, shit. Well, that hits.
Fun fact, the Vibro Axe damage is 2d10.
Eesh.
That's going to be 3 points of damage.
Okay. 3? That's,
yeah, 3. Right. It had the opportunity to be above
living
6.
to beep another day.
How much HP do you have, by the way?
I have 30, so I'm sitting all right still.
What's your HP looking like?
I am at, let's see, 8. I have taken 14 damage, so I am sitting at
almost half health, right?
Yeah, at 14, 16 right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know. I'm not futzing around this time. I am taking out my blaster carbine. And this Gamorrean who's standing right the F in front of me. I am going to fire on his booty hole. And this is a 3d8. God damn, that is awful. That's 3.
What was it to hit, though?
The Gamorrean at point blank.
So does that just like automatically hit? Do you have to roll to attack?
I gotta roll. Yeah, sorry. Let me start over. 1d20.
If you hit, we'll take that 3 damage.
Huh?
If he hits, we'll take that 3 damage.
Right.
But if he doesn't, it won't.
My base attack mod. I can't remember all of what I need to add here, so bear with me for just a moment.
No worries. It's what I'm here for.
I really thought I had this right on here somewhere. It's I think it's just 1d20 plus your base attack mod.
It makes sense to me.
And then I have a ranged attack bonus, but that's going to be for when I actually attack him. So I'm on 13.
Are you adding?
Huh?
I heard 13. Are you adding dex or strength to your attacks here?
No, because it's a ranged attack. It's a ranged weapon. It's not a melee attack.
Cool.
So strength won't be added to it.
That is not going to hit.
Son of a bee.
So
let me make sure that I'm not missing something.
Not going to be damaged.
Okay. 1d20 base attack bonus, dexterity plus range penalty. So I need to add my dex mod to it, which is 1. Yes. So 14.
Still not going to hit.
Doesn't change it much.
Yeah, but it's glad we got that figured out, which is why we're doing this.
Yeah. I swear I put this somewhere though. I don't know where the hell I put it though. All right, carry on. I've done my turn.
So it's going to be after your turn. It's going to be the robber's turn. It's gonna. He saw you take that vibroax hit, and he's going to start looking a little wide-eyed there. He's
Yeah.
he's going to take another shot at you. So
What range is he at? Because, and what pistol are we using? A small pistol here?
it's a blaster pistol.
All right.
And what's the
I want
next
to see
step?
if there's a range penalty for that.
What's the next step out from point blank?
Stand by, stand by. Pistol. Short, which is a -2.
My roll.
Yeah. So you'll do D20 base attack bonus dex -2.
Dirty 20.
Damn. Yeah, I got 18, so that's gonna hit. What sort of damage are you doing?
We're doing 3d6 for this. Good thing I got my. It's just rolling. 5 damage.
5?
5.
Man, I'm getting shit on. What did this guy pay for this droid for? So he's firing on me.
Mm-hmm. And then after the robber, it's going to be.
Is he staying there? He's just shooting at me?
Well, what he's going to do is go towards the sack that the Twi'lek is holding.
Right.
Still got a little bit of credits in it, so he's going to grab it, but he's gonna he can't do anything else.
Okay. So grab it, swift action, moving towards it.
Now is when the reinforcements come, which comes in the form of what to describe your current owner.
Describe my current owner?
Yeah.
He is, I don't know what his species is, and by that I mean, actually he's just a human. He's just a fat human. And he is a brute of a man. And I actually have his specs here.
Oh, sick.
Although that may make it way worse for me.
just let me.
A biatch.
Well, you can control him because he's allied with you.
What do you want me to do?
You can control him, like tell him how to like attack with him and stuff. But he's gonna go right. He's gonna go right after you in the initiative order.
Okay.
After you, but before the robber.
What's the Gamorrean doing? Is he getting reinforced? Are they getting reinforcements too?
No.
Okay. It's like Jesus.
No, that is me not realizing how I balance this encounter. He's gonna take another swinging at you with his vibro axe, and since it's close up, there's no like range to melee.
Not on melee weapons, no.
What I thought. So take another swing. Okay, at least this guy's rolling well. 25.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's gonna hit.
He is the roll he likes to roll apparently is a 19 on the dice. 2d10, 8 points of damage.
Cool. This guy's getting murdered. What am I at? 11. I'm at 3 HP.
You haven't dealt a lick of damage to any of these people, except you made the first guy run away after he pooped himself.
Yeah. This guy TO1T is stumbling around.
Mm.
Let me write our oops, spelled strength wrong.
Happens to the best
All
of
right,
us.
what is the, I'm throwing against Dex? Yeah. All right, so he smashes the crap out of me. Is he gonna stay there beating the hell out of me?
Yep, that's his plan.
All right.
So then it's going to be you and then your owner guy. Your owner guy I picture as like a fat old Italian man, like with stubble and like a wife beater and
Yeah,
a
that's
tattered.
basically what it is. And like a dirty apron and
Yeah,
very, very similar to what I'm thinking of as well.
stogie in his mouth. What are you doing?
I'm just, oh, hold on a sec.
No worries.
I'm just writing these notes down. So I swear I had these on here. I'm committing fully to shooting this Gamorrean in the face at point blank with my blaster carbine as my last ditch effort for life.
Perfect.
Yep.
Does it do more damage point blank?
It's just there's no range penalty basically.
Oh.
So I'm going to roll my ranged 1d20. God damn, he is gonna die. A 4
Your
plus
dice.
my base attack of 1, 5, plus my dex mod of 1, 5, 6 total. That is not gonna hit.
What is it? Just for fun.
Huh?
Just for shits and gigs. What's it?
6.
Total result 6? Nope. Nope. How do you miss point blank? Maybe the thing misfires.
Yeah, I guess my trigger's stuck or something. That in mind, I am going to use my move action to dive to the other side, back to the other side of the bar, because I am 100% in self-preservation mode now. So I'm going to dive back to the other side of the bar and try and duck down. I don't know if it's going to help at all.
You know what attacks of opportunity are, Rye? If you
What?
leave an attack of opportunity is what happens when you leave a threatened square. They basically get a free shot at you.
Oh, they do. Yeah. I have no choice. I mean, 3 HP. I don't feel confident I'm going to be able to survive these other two. All right. Well, let me consider what my other. I mean, yeah, I don't have much opportunity or much anything here. It's either I defend now or I defend later. So go ahead and see what we can do. I'm committing fully. If he dies, then he dies.
But I'm gonna, and this is non-canonical, so he comes
That's
in.
fine. It's not canonical. It's fine.
And
the bartender has a chance to avenge himself. So
what are the rules for cover? I'll give you an attack of opportunity, but you'll be behind cover, so you get a little.
I won't have any cover yet, because the attack of opportunity will be as I turn my back to run. The cover would be when I'm already in cover. So I have to make it to cover in order to get cover.
Let the record show I gave you that option, though.
I know. I appreciate it.
Oh, I actually rolled.
Let the record also show this. I am committing to only doing probably easy difficulty challenges for like the first couple levels.
better to go hard first, just to realize.
Yeah.
That's 15.
All right. Well, that doesn't hit. Thank the heavens.
Thank the space god.
Well, technically, it only doesn't hit because we're rolling 1d20, but you'd be rolling 15 plus a base attack mod of 1 plus this guy's strength. So it's definitely going to be more, well, plus his strength mod. So even if we're
This is just my silly little system I set up.
I know.
I know how to.
But I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about it as it would be.
I hope you let me know tomorrow when we actually do a real combat.
Yeah, I know. We'll go through. I mean, honestly, we may not even have to do. I'm not doing any like combat is for sure going to happen scenarios. Like you can enter into combat with anyone you want, but I just want people to learn the system a little bit first. If they choose to go into a fight, if someone else starts a fight, they can start a fight. Like there's going to be plenty of opportunities, but there'll also be opportunities to go into fights with beasts that no one cares about. So,
right. So
but
now,
yeah.
It is your owner's turn.
Owner's turn. So that guy does miss. TO1T still alive. Owner's turn. And I'm going to say that the owner probably also has, he doesn't have a blaster pistol, but he has a holdout blaster pistol, which is really small. And he just has it tucked into his shirt because just for emergencies, whatever it is, it's actually an illegal pistol. He was behind the bar with us, right? So he was kind of in between the Gamorrean and I. Or he was, actually, no, I guess he was behind where I was at. Now there's a small space like a really small space between the Gamorrean and the bartender. Is that correct?
Something.
And he's like, why the F did this? Move down a little bit. Okay. Well, I had originally, this was prior to me jumping over the bar though, right?
Yes, of course.
So then was the guy in the, yeah, and the Gamorrean joined me. So we're all three of us were on that side of the bar. Yes, TONT has gone back. Yes. So it's the Gamorrean and the bartender on that side of the bar.
Yes. But he's not actually behind the bar. He's like on the other side of the room.
The Gamorrean is? The robber is.
You're the owner guy.
Yeah. The owner is. I thought the owner was the bartender. Is the owner not the bartender?
No, the Twilight was the bartender.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Where would the owner come in?
All right. Then I am going to, as the owner, run up to the bar and duck into cover. And right next to TONT, where he's at. Do I have enough speed to get over to the bar, or is it two? Okay.
I'll give you that. You've got a standard action with
all right.
Quick act.
So that, let me pull up my cover here and see if this gives any. Improve cover, low objects and cover. It's probably realistically improved cover. Even though we're not far, neither of them, we're not line of sight for either of them technically.
Technically, yes.
So I don't get any, let's see, a creature with cover gains a +5 cover bonus to their reflex defense. Ooh, DONT's not out of this yet. No damage attack rolls unless then okay, that's obvious. Okay, so I don't get any attack bonus or anything, but I am going to shoot. So I have moved. I'm going to shoot over the bar with my holdout blaster, and I'm closer to the Gamorrean, so I'm going to shoot at him. So I'm going to roll. Where the hell did my die go?
So I mentioned that the main robber guy with the blaster out is on your side of the bar, just closer to the wall. He's grabbing the bag from the other side of the bar. He's grabbing the bag of credits.
Okay. Well, I think he's on the other side of the bar.
Not on the same side as Gamorrean, no.
He's not on the same side as the Gamorrean?
Nope.
Okay. So he's kind of like splitting the sides of the bar.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot at him instead. Damn it. Indeed. Oh, what the F's going on here? Sorry. 12 base attack. What has he got here? Nice, +2. So we're at 14 plus Dex. Dex mod. He's a. There was one other thing that I did here. Yep. Level 3, mod 2. I've created all these charts, so it's like for people, I don't have to create character sheets for everyone. It's like if they're this character, if they're this level, it's this mod, and then I already have the specs from the source material. So 16, and I do have a range penalty. I'm going to have a range penalty, and hopefully it isn't too terrible. It's a short range, so -2, 14.
That's gonna hit. Yep. Roll some damage.
All right. We are at, unfortunately, only a 3d4. 4. Well, that's good.
All right. Good deal. Then, so you went, he went. Now it's gonna be the guy you just shot's turn.
Yep.
Take the shot. Go, oh! He's got the bag in his arms. He's gonna shoot back. This was the owner guy who shot him.
Yep.
He's gonna take a shot at him. I don't know which.
All right.
19.
Flex defense. How much was it?
19.
Yowza. All right. So reflex defense 11, 16 with cover. So it is going to hit.
Oh, with 3d6. Gonna be. I rolled 3 5s. 5 points of damage.
All right.
And then he's gonna take his movement. He's gonna bolt to the door.
Bolt to the door.
He's not
he
out yet.
Is
he
at
doesn't. He's got to take. He's got to take 3 rounds to get out.
Okay.
I assume that the whole square footage of the bar isn't like 30 feet because one square is 5 feet and 6 of them is 30 feet.
Okay. All right.
Gamorrean is gonna.
He took 5 damage, you said?
Yes.
HP. All right. I'm just tracking HP here.
Yep. This guy, you can sort of tell it doesn't really have any spark of intelligence.
This guy actually doesn't have a pistol. He has a carbine. He also has a carbine, but whatever.
Next round, roll that damage next round.
Yep.
He's gonna. You can tell he's got no spark of intelligence anywhere in his eyes. He's just gonna walk around. He's gonna take his axe. He's gonna swing at. What's the name of your owner guy? I can't keep talking to him as referring to him as your owner.
Oh, he's Sev.
Sev. Oh yeah, Sev.
Yeah, Sev's.
Gonna take a swing at Sev. How do you calculate melee? I want to do it the right way.
1d20 base attack and strength. So your base attack depends how. It's probably 1 plus your strength. I mean, I can pull up a basic Gamorrean's spec sheet here.
Let's just keep that. That's okay. Let's just keep doing what we've been doing here.
Okay.
That's 17.
Okay. And he's swinging at Sev?
Sev. Yep.
That's going to hit then, because I think his is 16 in cover.
Am I? Okay. All right.
You're good.
I'm good. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Yeah, he did. Sev is dead, baby.
Head pops off. Because he likes his neck. He likes the neck swings. And then it's now your turn.
All right, TO1T, Sev, be dead. All right, TO1T is going to, for his full turn, he's going to use his built-in computer and call the reinforcement guards that he has out in the spaceport that he has reprogrammed to guard the ship. He's like, well, if I can't guard my master and I can't guard myself, the best thing I can do is fuck some bitches up. So he is going to roll a use computer for his turn, which is an intelligence roll. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 1d20. Damn, 7 plus mod 14. Basic. If you want, you can just roll a basic challenge roll, or we can just make this really interesting. You can just roll a 1d20 and see if you max 17 or max 14. Sorry.
Max 14, no modifiers whatsoever.
Yeah, just roll one and see what we get.
14.
14.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Well, then I'm going to mark that as both successful. If it was below, I was going to say 1. If it was more than half below, I was going to say neither of them are called. But I think both have been called now. And let me see. The last thing he's going to do, swift action, and I don't really have much here. I guess use computer is kind of a swift action program, but if I use, I'm gonna not use my motion and use another move instead. I use basically another swift action instead, and relay the tactical situation to the 2 droids that I just called, or that I just summoned. And so I'm gonna use tactics, which is also another int roll. 14. Hell yeah. Plus my mod of 7 is gonna be 21. So go ahead and roll your 1d. Just kidding, it's successful. We're gonna say that's successful. So he relayed the technical layout of the bar and the location of everyone in it to the 2 droids that he called.
Sweet. That's a cool check. So then it's going to be Robber Guy's turn. He would have caught you do that freaky ass computer thing with your. What did it look like? Did it look like you have like lights flashing on your head?
Basically, yeah, because all the stuff's built in right into my eyes, so it just kind of just sees my eyes change color.
Like, all right, Steve, get! And he's gonna use a full round action to just sprint out. So he'll get to the door there, and then the Gamorrean's gonna follow him. He's gonna get basically 6 squares from the entrance.
The door, okay. I think realistically you're gonna get 2 round turns before these guys get anywhere near there, because they're
Cool.
sprinting, and we'll say their speed is high, but I think he's gonna reach the door about the same time that they do. So you can go ahead and play two turns for both of them.
Well, do you want to do anything?
I'm good to wait and see how this plays out.
Cool. Okay, so a Robber Guy's at the he's at the door. He's gonna push out into the sunlight, and he's gonna make a perception check here to see if he sees anything.
Okay.
It's gonna be a straight up 7.
Do you want to roll against me and just see?
Yeah, that's
I rolled a natural 20. So.
Does he see anything?
What did you roll?
7.
He probably sees some dust off in the distance, and he has a general layout of the spaceport itself, and I think he's probably looking around for something, but he doesn't see anything coming towards him.
He's gonna book it towards the, like, wherever the ships are docked, like the.
Yeah, it's the docks. It's sort of like in an L shape. From if he's looking out the cantina, water, and then it's a spaceport in an L shape. So picture a rectangle, cantina's in one corner, one whole wall of that is like the beach basically, and then conjoined to the opposite corner of the rectangle of where he's at is where the spaceport starts. Then it goes up 2 of the lines of spaceships.
Okay, they're making a break for the beach.
And there's 9 docks. Huh?
The Gamorrean is a couple steps behind, but they're making a break for the beach.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
They're making a break for the beach with the Gamorrean
Okay.
a couple steps behind.
Okay, so they're running from the beach or along the beach then?
Yes.
Okay, so they're running along the beach. Okay, so the Magna Guard droids, and just so you can get a mental picture of it, these are the droids that have the buzzy staffs. Clone Wars. These are the guards, Grievous's guards that have the double-ended buzzy staffs.
When my brothers and I would play the Lego Star Wars game, we called them the toothpick dudes.
Yeah. Well, there's two of those.
They look because it looked like they were wielding toothpicks. But
yeah, I get that.
So they're running at full tilt. How long would it take for them to catch up?
So they're not actually running. There's a transport that are like just a standard bucket transport that goes around the spaceport. There's two of them go opposite directions to help transport people around the spaceport without having to walk through all the sand. They're just riding that around. So they'll probably meet around hangar 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the hangars numbered 1 through 9 in this direction. They're rounding the corner at about hangar 1 right now, which is where the spaceports start to meet the beach.
Mm-hmm. So I see them catching up with these two people right about where sweet.
This is going to make 0 sense, but
that is true.
This is the Cantina.
Okay.
Cantina. This is the beach along here. And then these are the ports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So they've
double track.
Cool.
Yeah, they're about right here. So the Gamorrean and the Gamorrean and the robber are running along the beach this way,
and
towards that ship there.
Yes.
And this is just a passenger transport.
And they're going right for the hangar in the middle there, so that they can hop on their spaceship and go out.
Yeah. They're going to be tough to beat.
I know.
Holy shit! I'm looking at their offense, their melee here too. This is going to be really strange to calculate, but we'll try it. See what happens.
Okay. So I'm going to count this as a separate encounter. So have them two roll, each of them roll an initiative roll. And we're going to recalculate.
Okay. Yep. What level are these guys? Oh, hell yeah. They're at level 6. So I'm going to have...
People are definitely dead.
Hold on a sec. Dex. Oops. Ooh, that's going to be tough. It's going to be like 23.
Are you rolling individually for each of them?
21. 21 for the first one. Sorry, I'll go ahead and roll individually for the first one. So the first one's 21.
Yeah.
The second one is 19. So pretty damn good rolls.
And they did not get good rolls. A 2 and a 6.
Oof.
So it's going to be 1 toothpick dude number 1, toothpick dude number 2, the Gamorrean, and the guy. Just stick him up, dude. So
you know what I didn't realize? Those Magna Guard droids are IG units.
Oh, cool.
They're IG 100s. Kind of neat.
I'd say.
All right. So both my guys go first.
Yep.
They are coming in with murder on their breath, metaphorical breath, because they're droids. So how far are they at this point? Do they see each other? Are they within?
You can use a move action to get up on them.
To get up on them? Okay, then I'm gonna do that. Move action to get up on the, and I'm taking out the big one first, which I perceive as, I mean, I guess I can roll a perception. I would like to take out the big one first.
Yeah, so that's the Gamorrean.
I know, I was just rolling a perception to see if I could tell which one was the big one, but it was a 17 plus my mod of like 4. So I think he figured it out. Gamorrean. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll on the Gamorrean. 1d20 base attack plus strength. Of course, it's so fucking low when I try and attack. They're able to figure everything out and get there quickly. So let's see, 10 plus strength. I might actually still hit. Where is my strength? 13. Holy shit. Or my mod. Where's my mod? I'm a level 6. 14 then.
That's not gonna hit.
Not gonna hit? All right.
Nope. No, your second droid.
Yep. Okay, so he swings. Hits the ground.
His vibro axe.
All right, this guy's, see if I can figure out which one the big one is. Nope, I rolled a 2, I don't. So I'm going after the dude with the money first on accident.
Probably fuck.
So he runs up to that guy and 20. Oh, base attack 6. 20. Dirty 20.
That's gonna hit.
All right, now here's the fun part, trying to figure out how the hell to calculate this staff damage. So I can either do 1 large hit or do 2 small hits. I'm gonna try and just do 1 mega hit.
Cool.
Which is, let's see, what the hell this is. Calculated here. So this is 2d6 plus 6.
So whatever the highest on the, whichever the highest roll, we're getting 6.
All right, so 11.
Woo! Dang. You almost vaporized him because that was the only guy who'd taken damage.
Okay.
And it's going to be.
And I think that for him, I mean, this is outside of the adventure, but for him, the more than likely would be past the damage threshold, which is where he would be stunned or dazed and confused and basically on the ground, like wheezing. If you have 1 hit large enough to exceed or meet the damage threshold, then the person basically becomes incapacitated.
Cool. That's what's going to happen. I like that rule.
Okay.
He takes the staff in the chest and starts to drool a little bit, and he kind of drops the sack of money and falls just as heavily on the ground.
All right.
Then Gamorrean, not knowing much of anything, gonna take a swing at the dude that attacked in the first one. 1 on the dice.
He rolled a 1?
He rolled a single.
I don't think he's gonna hit.
No, I don't think so either. So now it is your turn.
All right. I'm looking at something here. So he would, I think the first guy, he would be like, let me look at what the damage threshold here. Fortitude defense plus size modifier, that's fine. Single attack against deals exceed your damage roll, but not enough to drop you to 0 hit points. You move -1 step along the condition track. So he would be -1 step, which is, he would still have a turn. It'd be -1 on all defenses, -1 on all attack rolls, ability checks, and skill checks. So he would still have a turn. He would just be -1 on everything.
Oh, I see. So now it actually is his turn. So he's gonna still.
He can probably still shoot from his incapacitated state. is basically what it equates to.
He's gonna start running away. Actually, like this isn't worth it. I'm getting out of here.
Okay. So he drops the money and starts trying to bolt and leaving his friend. So he also has -1 speed, so he's not getting away super quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to me. The first guy who totally botched the hit on the Gamorrean is saying, well, this dude looks like an easier target, so he's going to use his motion to move toward him, or to move to him and try and attack him. And you know what? Just for shits and gigs, let's throw the staff
Yeah, buddy.
and see if we can hit this MFer. This is going to take some brief reading, or some brief research as well. But I can throw melee weapons, and I think that would be entertaining as all get out. So let's do that.
Cool, baby.
I can still go ahead and I don't think it turns it into a it doesn't turn it into a ranged weapon per se. So hold on a sec. The electro staff. Oh, this actually has stun damage too, so you're right, he might have actually been stunned, but we'll continue along on what we're on right now. Weapon type, advanced melee. Sorry, I'm just trying to follow this path a little bit to see.
Take your time, take your time.
Can be thrown. All right, that's what I want to know. Okay, wait, I found it. Go back. Thrown weapons. And I'm still within 0 to 6 squares because I moved towards him. He's only just started running and at a reduced rate. So this is an improvised thrown weapon is what this is considered. So it take a penalty on -5 on an attack roll. So that's basically, you still there? Oh, your video's fading out a little bit. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll my 1d20. God, yes, this is for sure gonna hit. This dude, these guys are just murderous. My attack mod is 6.
Okay, there you are. My connection was so shitty that it was like,
Yeah,
in order to better improve your connection, please turn off your webcam.
Yeah. 24.
But go on.
I have to assume that's going to hit. Oh, sorry, -5, 19. Are you still there? Your internet pooping out?
This conference will now be recorded.
Sorry. I rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, so
let's. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Damage. Roll me that damage because it hits.
Yes. That's what I'm rolling it right now.
So,
that's going to do 9.
That will overkill him.
All right.
He has 6 hit points left.
So he get
falls right over.
All right. The other guy turns his sights to the Gamorrean, who I believe he's still pert near on top of, and he's ready to end this, and he's going to do a, he's just gonna smack him with the thing.
Cool.
So roll another d20 base attack of 6. This may actually not hit. 9. 13. No hit?
No hit.
All right. Gamorrean, good sir. What's he gonna do?
Are you done? Because we can just like resolve this just narratively
Yeah.
instead of getting down into the dice rolls, because I think you figure you know pretty much know how combat will work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he puts up a pretty good amount of fight. It does some damage to the droids, but ultimately not enough. Would you have killed this guy like you killed the robber guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got two corpses on your hands now.
The droids have 2 corpses on their hands, right?
Yes.
So you're asking me to resolve this narratively now?
Yes. Falls in your court now.
All right.
And I think it's
So the droids, the problem now is the droids were programmed to guard, basically just guard this guy's ship, and was overridden to some degree, but not completely, to destroy these 2, or it was basically to protect the cantina. So what they'll do is grab the money back, and they take the money back to the cantina and give it to the bartender. And from that point, the bartender actually ends up taking over the role, and ownership was never officially passed from one person to another, but she has taken over ownership of the cantina, and continues to uses these 2 droids to guard the cantina, and sold the ship that they were protecting for additional credits. So she's got a lot in the bank now, and is able to just buy a single person ship for about a third of the cost. And she is now living her life as the owner of this establishment, and continues to bartend. Which opens it up for our next adventure. Did I lose you again? I feel like I keep losing you.
Oh, there you are.